Welcome to episode 3 of the Skincare Teacher Beauty Tip Show. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of chocolate. Is chocolate really that bad for you? And how does chocolate affect your skin? Can chocolate cause your skin to break out? There are some people who think so. Others say, no, they can eat as much chocolate as they want and they don't break out. In this episode, you will discover why it is that some people break out and which chocolate is actually good for you. Welcome to the Skincare Teacher Beauty Tips Show, brought to you by thebeautybusiness.com.au. In this show, you will discover skincare and beauty tips that absolutely work. I'm Yana Elston, a qualified beauty therapist, skincare educator and blogger, and in this show, I will share my expert insights into the best beauty treatments that will absolutely transform your skin. So tune in each week to learn how to look after your skin and improve various skin conditions, including acne, aging, or pigmentation. Can eating chocolate cause breakouts? It's a question that's often asked, and there's a lot of debate whether chocolate is good for you or bad for you. So let's explore what's in chocolate. So chocolate contains an ingredient called cocoa, and cocoa is made from the seed pods of the cacao tree. After the seeds have been fermented, they are dried and roasted and then ground to give us that raw cocoa. Chocolate can be traced back to the ancient Mayan and Aztec civilizations, where they prized a hot drink made with cocoa. It was a spicy drink with cocoa, and they used to call it chocolat. And the ancient Mayans and Aztecs, they eventually introduced it to the Spaniards, who then took it back to Europe in the 16th century, where the very rich could enjoy it as a chocolate drink, and it was only available to the wealthy because it was so expensive. Then in the Victorian times, they developed techniques to make chocolate or cocoa come in a solid form, and that's where chocolate was born. So cocoa is the key ingredient in chocolate. But is chocolate bad for you? There's been a lot of research around cocoa. Most recent research by some Italian researchers discovered that eating flavanol-rich cocoa, as in dark chocolate, and dark chocolate that had minimum 71% cocoa, has been linked to improving memory, benefiting brain function, and protecting the brain from cognitive decline. Flavanols come from flavonoids, which are found in plants and have potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effect. Other foods rich in flavanols are grapes, apples, pears, tea, and wine. Tanned red wine, so dry red wine, has higher amount of the flavanols, just like in the dark chocolate. The sweeter the wine or white wine doesn't have as much flavanols in it. So if you want to enjoy your red wine, a dry red wine, then you will find more flavanols in it. So flavanols in chocolate are more predominant in the dark chocolate variety. So is dark chocolate better than milk chocolate or white chocolate? Absolutely. Dark chocolate has high percentage of the cocoa, which is rich in flavanols, which is rich in anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. And the dark chocolate starts off at 71% or 70%, then you can have 80%, 90%, and I've seen even 100%. The higher the percentage, the more bitter the chocolate will taste, because cocoa is naturally bitter. So, which is why milk chocolate is the most popular form of chocolate people eat, because it is very high in milk and sugar. Actually, when you look at milk chocolate and the ingredients on the back, you will see that milk is often listed as the first, then sugar, and then cocoa butter, and then you have your cocoa and vegetable fats to solidify that chocolate. So chocolate is very, very high in milk, sugar, and fats. And the cocoa in milk chocolate is roughly about 40%. So that's not too bad if you eat the chocolate in moderation. So if you enjoy milk chocolate only very occasionally, and we're talking about maybe once a week, maybe once a month, even not on a daily basis, then you should be fine. It shouldn't cause too much problems. Where it can cause problems if people eat it daily and have high amounts every day, then you can experience problems. Because of the fats, the vegetable fats, they are bad for our circulatory system. They can cause clogging of the arteries, of course, help us put on weight. Sugar is really problematic as well. And high sugar diets are linked to glycation in the skin. So if we're talking specifically about skin, glycation in the skin is the collagen breakdown, accelerating aging. So people with high sugar diets will age faster. Aging is directly linked to how much sugar you have in your diet. So that could be a problem if you're enjoying chocolate too often. The high amount of sugar in the chocolate could counteract the beneficial effects of the cocoa. Dark chocolate in this instance would be much, much better for you because it has less sugar in it and high amount of cocoa. If you've got 80% cocoa in there, you can still enjoy your chocolate occasionally, and it has protective effects on the skin. So the flavonoids or the flavanols that derive from cocoa have potent anti-inflammatory, antioxidant action on the skin. So it's actually great for protecting the skin from premature aging, etc. If you occasionally break out, a high percentage dark chocolate will actually have beneficial effects because it is anti-inflammatory, and often acne is associated with inflammation. So it could help actually clear it up rather than cause the acne. Where people can have a problem when they eat chocolate and they break out, and I know people who do, is because they could be reacting to one of the other ingredients in chocolate, such as milk. So milk is one of the largest ingredients in milk chocolate, and many people, most people actually, have an intolerance to milk or the lactose that's found in milk. And I see so many people who suffer with acne have an intolerance to milk or dairy products. So if you're breaking out and because you've had high amounts of chocolate over Easter or any time, then it could be because of the milk in it. Could be because of the sugar too. Sugar has been linked to gut imbalance, especially gut flora, and it could lead to Candida albicans if you have a lot of sugar in your diet. It just causes this yeast overgrowth in the gut, which then can show up as acne on the face. And I've also seen people who have Candida albicans also have acne. So sugar could be problematic, and then you've got your fats as well. There are some theories that eating foods high in fats could trigger more sebum production in the skin. I'm not sure about that one, but certainly the vegetable fats are not good for your body anyway. So dark chocolate is certainly better than milk chocolate, and milk chocolate is better than white because white, really all it is just sugar and milk and lots of fat in it. It's not a good option for you if you're looking after your waistline and your diet and your nutrition. Really, first choice, you should be looking for dark chocolate with high amounts of cocoa in it, minimum 70%. You're looking at 80 or 90%. Best, the higher the better. And then if you have your occasional treat, milk chocolate, that should be okay. So there you go. I hope I answered that question. Can eating chocolate cause breakouts? Well, yes. If it is milk chocolate or white chocolate, absolutely, it can cause breakouts. But if you're eating the dark chocolates, then it's unlikely. And in fact, it could help people with breakouts. And of course, we talked about the dark chocolate, how good it is for your skin, because it helps to protect the skin from free radicals and inflammation. In fact, some German researchers found that the flavonoids in dark chocolate absorb UV light, help protect and increase blood flow to the skin, and improve skin's hydration and complexion. So they have a very protective ability to the skin, especially if you're exposed to a lot of sun and if your skin tends to dry out. Dark chocolate is rich in antioxidants and can help to keep your skin firm, resilient, and smooth as you get older. So there you go. Enjoy your chocolate in the dark chocolate, and moderation is the answer. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast and tune in each week for the latest beauty news and trends. If you have any comments or questions, you can connect with me on my Facebook page, The Beauty Business. And for more beauty tips, read my blog, thebeautybusiness.com.au. Until next time, have a beautiful week.